kind of like when people gaslight or manipulate people. So when you do correct someone, or not let me not say correct, when you provide advice to someone on how they are engaging in a situation, whether it be conflict or you're just kind of navigating through like a disagreement or a moment or whatever the fuck that looks like. But when you say something to people like, well, you did this to me, and, you know, instead of me trying to do this to you, I was showing you grace, and I, you know, trying to oblige and stand on principle when it comes to you. But then it's not funny when I'm returning the energy, which is why I also say people shouldn't return the energy, because then when you exert the same energy that someone else does and it's not received the same way, then it just makes you just kind of stand out. Yeah, you just look crazy anyway, which is
and nobody's wondering
fucked up
at that point what was
triggered.
done to
Yeah,
you. It's just, this is what you did.
but no, back to what you just said. So like, I feel like that goes the same with at the end of your, well, I don't want to say at the end of your life, because no one knows when their time is going to come, but at the every day, people should think about like what kind of person they're going to be that day. When I go to sleep tonight, how do I want to rest? Which is always mind-boggling, because I feel like people can rest knowing that they do fucked up shit to people or just do fucked up shit in general. And I feel like they need to watch that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
is it a movie where we could do a filming and have people come and watch it
and talk about it?
Yeah. It's one of those movies? Okay.
It definitely is a movie that's going to make you think. And it is weird as fuck, I will be honest.
Is it a white people movie?
They're Chinese. But they're not speaking Chinese. Well, let me not say that. They're Asian.
Okay.
Know,
yeah, they're of the Asiatic region.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's I had to watch a trailer.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good movie, but like it is very weird.
Okay.
It's just it gives weird vibes, but it's cohesive. It's a good movie.
Okay.
I cried and it was great.
Well, if you cried in this Asiatic film, I'll give it a try.
It's about life though, you know.
I be wishing though movies like that were, so people, I'd be seeing these debates online where people are like, what is a black film? To me, a black film is anything where the majority of the cast is fucking black. Because if it's a white film, I'd be like, is that a white movie? Because I feel like majority of the cast is fucking white.
But we
and I need to decide if I want to watch it. I'd be like, what is this? Because I need to know before I indulge in it. Because certain people, like certain films, I enjoy the concept, but I want to see more of us in those types of films.
Well, you know, speaking of that, because I was watching something, I'm so proud of Issa Rae, because like, I don't know.
That's my girl.
I used to follow her when she was on YouTube doing Awkward Black Girl.
Oh, you was?
Yes. And the season, I mean, the episodes were only like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But the character development was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she had everybody, little bit big voice, the dude who be talking. In the office. Perfect character. Perfect character. But one thing I love about her is her ability to reach across versus trying to get people to come up. She had this whole talk about how she was like, we need to create with each other. Like, instead of going to get so-and-so to do your lighting, your homeboy do lighting.
Right.
Y'all work together to build something, you know. And I remember she had, at the end of whatever season it was, she didn't have any more money to continue filming Awkward Black Girl to put on YouTube. And I remember donating to it because I was just, I was in college and I was like, yo, I really like this show. This is like, you know, I really like watching it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't donate that much, but I definitely donated some money to it.
She said it was something.
And I remember being like, when I saw Insecure for the first time, I said, hold on. I was like, that's the, and I didn't even know her name at the time. I just said, that's the Awkward Black Girl. Because that's what everybody knew her from. Yeah. And I was like, this is based off her show. In the opening scene of the show, you see her, she was always doing that rapping thing in the mirror.
Yeah, that should be cracking me up.
And it's so real.
I fucking love her.
It's literally
I gotta
so
talk
real.
to myself before I leave this house.
Now she getting like, I think it was 54 million she got for I don't know if it was, it's either 4 or 8. One of those two. Right. I just know it was a lot of money per year. A deal with,
okay.
With I think HBO.
Yeah.
And seeing her in that Barbie movie and seeing her with a production company and being able to take charge of music, because all of her soundtracks were bomb.
Crazy. Yeah, I got so much music just off of the show.
Off the soundtrack. Because off the show, she would always pick, and if you notice, she always picks local, like, artists, puts people on.
They be having the best music.
Best music.
They be authentic and raw.
And in very LA. Which went with
very
the vibe.
LA, yeah.
Went with the vibe.
Very
so
LA.
I want to be able to reach across. That's why I like, when I interact with people and they're talking about what they're doing and things like that, I'm always like, yeah, because we need more of that. We need more of, you know.
We need more food trucks. Seriously.
No, for real.
We really do, because yours is probably one of the...
No more taco trucks.
I feel like I've seen them, but like I don't remember them. Like I've seen food trucks, random places, but I don't remember them after I've seen them. I'm like, oh, that's the food truck.
That is good.
But y'all's was like, I mean, even just the truck itself was like the way y'all
truck is nice. Y'all.
Like decked it out was dope. And then having like the condiments and shit. I be paying attention to all these things because I feel like if you don't have extra shit I need.
How you a pizza place with no
then like why am I here? No, seriously.
And
I had the runs after that pizza too, because I had all the pepper flakes on there.
Y'all, she dumped.
Oh my god,
she literally dumped like a lot.
I love my shit spicy and hot, and I be fucked up afterwards.
Fucked up, but
I be
good fucked
so
up. You cleaned out.
Yeah, definitely cleaned the fuck out. I'm telling you, when I went to Mexico, I was eating guacamole. So the first time I tried guacamole was when I went to Mexico, but this past time,
first time ever.
Yeah, because I had this thing with like texture and color and like smell, like everything. I noticed all of it. And I was like, who wants to eat green glob? Like just green. It just weirded me out. I'm like, why do I don't want to eat nothing just green like this.
And then
just fucking. I went to Mexico and tried it, and I was like, "Oh,
this is the best shit ever." I know.
No, seriously, I said, "This is guacamole."
Yes.
But this past time I went, and I was eating guacamole every single day.
It's so good.
And I would get extra serrano peppers in it. Fucked up every day.
See, I think the last couple of times I went to Mexico, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm accidentally eating the ice or somehow get water. Some of the water, you didn't get sick. I get sick every time I go to Mexico.
But where are you going?
The resorts I went to.
That's y'all problem. Y'all be going to resorts.
Not just resorts. I went to
all you bougie folks out there.
Huatulco, and that is like a little small ass city. It was no resort.
That's probably why too.
Fucked up.
It's too damn small.
Shit.
It's too local.
Golly.
It could be local, but I don't want it to be too local where you don't. You just
local.
giving me.
I want local, but like local where you can still Google.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because when it's not, I need to use Google. If Google don't work, I don't need to be there. Damn, that's a big thing right there.
Yeah.
People gonna start going places like, if my Google don't work.
If my Google don't work, and if y'all, I can't say that. I was about to say if y'all don't have Uber, but like I can't say
They're
that.
not really gonna have Uber.
St. Thomas don't have Uber.
I can see them not having Uber.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Where I was at in Mexico, they didn't have Uber. They had Uber Eats, which was weird, but they didn't have Uber. I was like, I got Uber Eats. People could walk.
Oh, the taxi people got a contract against it. Probably.
That would make sense, yeah, because that's their money. And I would rather honestly pay the taxi if I'm traveling anyway, because they're not going to charge me as much as...
That's what I was thinking. I ain't trying to get no Uber in Mexico. Cartel. I get Uber.
True. But the taxis could be too. You never know when you in different places. I never experienced none of that though when I was out there. And I go to Playa and I love people.
I love Mexico. I don't have no
I
issues.
love Mexico so much. Like I feel so connected to Mexico. I don't know what it is.
It's funny because I feel that a lot. Like I love Mexico City. First of all, Mexico City is a shit. It's pretty.
I need to go there.
It's very metropolitan, but like the architecture is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, museums, like just real kind of like metropolitan meat.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Some type of vibe, but it's a good vibe.
I'm gonna go there next time because everyone keeps asking me if I've gone to Mexico City.
Go to Mexico
and I only go to Playa every time I've gone to the same place, same area.
Mexico City. You'll like it.
I'll try. I don't want to say I don't like change because when I went to Mexico, I went by myself. But like once I enjoy something, I kind of stick with that same thing. So like I would go to Mexico and I would stay in the same area.
You're a tourist for real.
Because I just feel like I know it now.
Yeah.
And don't try to fuck my shit up.
Yeah, because you want to continue to have a good time and
Yeah.
go there and be like, yeah.
I've been here before. No, seriously, because when I went, I was like, oh yeah, I've been here before. I sat right here.
Oh, I know the perfect little coffee shop.
That was so mean every time I went. Because I was like, I'm from the States, but don't treat me like I don't know nothing. Like, I know what's on the menu. I don't need to see the menu. I know what's on the menu. I know what y'all got. I am from here. I am one of you all.
Even they like, I know you fucking lie.
No, they really was looking at me like, this bitch is fucking crazy. Like, what do you want to eat or drink? Like, because I like to walk everywhere. That's honestly the only time that I will go outside and just walk and not really care about shit. I do not do that shit here because first of all, there's nowhere nice to walk to. Yeah. And then,
I mean, unless you walk in the bell line, it'd be too many people.
And I'm not doing right because it's too. I'm so sick of Atlanta. Let me stop trashing Atlanta. I'm just really over Atlanta.
I feel like Atlanta, and I wouldn't say I'm from here. Like, and that's another thing in Atlanta. It's weird to say.
I'm from Atlanta. Be from.
There's so many tiers to that question.
Hiram, Georgia.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, you're not from? Wait,
I'm literally from Hiram, Georgia.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh my God! Did I tell her that? I was like,
the fact that was the city I said in this, honestly, a rant. Because I've seen it before,
Hiram?
But I don't know why the hell I
really
just said it. I just
Yeah.
randomly said that. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, but it's a loaded question.
We are
people
connected.
Who really from Atlanta will be like, "Oh, what part of Atlanta you from?" Then you got to be like, backtrack. Well, I'm from Atlanta.
I'm actually not from
Hiram,
Atlanta.
but I just say Atlanta because nobody knows where Hiram is. I'm not trying
that
to
makes
false
sense.
claim
Yeah.
Atlanta, but if I say Hiram,
You're not gonna know where it's at.
Where?
Yeah.
It's like it's Metro Atlanta.
Because where the fuck is Hiram? That's like down south, right?
No.
Oh.
It's right next to Cobb, to the left of Cobb.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. It's
I didn't
west
know
of
that.
Cobb, Paulding County.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Jay is so fucking funny. Listen, there may be one in here somewhere.
They might have one. Oh, they probably charge you for that. Do you need one?
That would be crazy to charge for an extension cord.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
Honestly,
because
that
people
is.
mess it up.
But that is still fucking crazy to charge for an extension cord.
Why not?
Because why are you charging me for an extension cord? It's like $4.
Because you didn't bring money. So I had to provide it.
That is true.
Whatever.
No, I was just thinking it would just be something that they would just have in the space.
Oh, no,
Especially because of their outlets. Like there's no outlets on this side, so it's like if y'all only have 2 outlets over there, y'all need either more outlets or extension cords so that people could plug shit up.
I guess they feel like you'll do that.
You'll figure it out when you get there.
No, I used to work at a
he found one.
and we would charge for everything. What?
Oh wow.
You need this? Okay, that's fine. No worries.
$50. Like
That's
what the
an add-on.
fuck?
That's an add-on.
What
If you break it,
I mean, I gotta buy another one.
or you steal it.
True, I gotta buy another one.
Yeah, I gotta buy another one. So
And that'd be my problem too. I don't be thinking all of that.
when people have to pay for things, they're gonna respect it. And
True.
if they know their card is on file, and I'm gonna charge you.
But my problem is I just be thinking, or I be wanting people to just do shit off the strength. Like, don't break the shit because you a grown adult and you should know how to take care of things. Don't steal it because why would you steal my stuff and use in my space? I'm going to know that you stole it because I have your information from when you booked the space. And I'm going to probably charge your card.
Yeah. Well, I think we give.
So why even, like...
Because people...
My morality is just crazy. I just be thinking about certain shit like, I can't do no shit like that because I'm going to consciously think about the fact that I just stole from you.
Yeah, people don't.
And I'm not going to feel right about that. Like,
they're not that great of people.
I would feel so bad.
You're just a really nice human being.
Which is annoying because people be doing dumbass shit and be having you like, see, I was solid with you off the strength of being solid with you and you had to play with me like I was some fucking clown. Now I got to turn up and be...
turn up and now you see.
And now I got to be out of character.
The Superhead thing when she was like,
Superhead?
Well,
No.
Steffens. No, I'm saying not her.
Oh, what?
You're like,
Haven't seen anything from her as of lately.
Lately. You're talking about old?
No. Back in the day?
No, she's a really intelligent woman, actually.
I believe it.
And she was talking about how you can be disrespectful to me and everybody laughs, but when I get on your level, then nobody laughs.
Nobody laughs. It's not
finds it
funny.
It's
We're not cracking jokes anymore?
She said it was funny when I was doing it, but it's not funny anymore.
Y'all aren't laughing?
Why aren't you laughing? I'm going to send you the clip.
Please send me the clip because I want to see it.
Because she does go off. She's like, why are you laughing?
I need to see it. Because that shit is so true. And I'm quick to check people off the strength of just like, I don't mind making people uncomfortable if I have to say something about some foul shit you just did. My thing, kind of like what I talked about in the newsletter.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the article. Y'all need to go
Shout out to my newsletter.
You gotta go read it, y'all.
Go on my link on my page and check out the newsletter every Monday, except for this Monday because I forgot and we are shooting today. This episode will come out in like a couple of weeks though, but yeah, check out the newsletter. But kind of like when people gaslight or manipulate people. So when you do correct someone, or not let me not say correct, when you provide advice to someone on how they are engaging in a situation, whether it be conflict or you're just kind of navigating through like a disagreement or a moment or whatever the fuck that looks like. But when you say something to people like, well, you did this to me, and, instead of me trying to do this to you, I was showing you grace, and I, trying to oblige and stand on principle when it comes to you. But then it's not funny when I'm returning the energy, which is why I also say people shouldn't return the energy, because then when you exert the same energy that someone else does and it's not received the same way, then it just makes you just kind of stand out. Yeah, you just look crazy anyway, which is
and nobody's wondering
fucked up.
At that point what
triggered.
Yeah, it's just this is what you did.
So avoidance, because avoidance do that as well, where because they're not used to, so they're used to conflict, but they weren't able to. How do I want to frame it so that people understand it? Not necessarily that, but like avoidant attachment is kind of in not an inability to navigate through conflict, but it's the fear of closeness. So it's kind of like, it's like the opposite with people who are anxious, but people who are avoidant, if they were dealing with conflict in their childhood, they were either ignored or rejected or pushed away or dismissed. So then as they became adults, inevitably they just kind of like avoid conflict because they fear the rejection. It's a fear of being, pushed away when you're trying to connect. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of times avoidants do that when they are in a situation where someone is expressing like, hey, you did this to me or you made me feel this way. And then it's kind of like they do things that avoidant would do. So they either walk out of the room or completely dismiss you, have sarcastic or passive aggressive remarks to avoid having to sit there and deal with what you may do to them if they do express themselves. And then that makes it even worse for the person who is dealing with anxious attachment, where they're seeking closeness. And it's like, no, let's resolve this right now. Let's talk about what's happening right now. Their fear is being rejected as well. So the fear is like the same, but the things are like different. So like if you're anxious, you probably dealt with like a parent who was inconsistent or a caregiver who was inconsistent, wishy-washy. Like you'll see them and they're there physically present, but they're not emotionally present. So you still feel like you're not getting what you need. So you become anxious that the connection may not come back the way that you need it to. So then avoidant and anxious people typically come together in relationships all the time because it's like the opposite. But you always see the person who is anxious dealing with most of the negative aspect of what that attachment looks like. Yeah. It's like, now you're reacting like this. You won't leave me alone. You're calling me now. You're not giving me the space, which is what avoidance need, is like the space, and attachments need the closeness. I mean, anxious need the closeness.
Definitely the closest one. We got to talk about this.
And there's nothing wrong with it. It's more so people recognizing what that looks like when it comes to compromising for the other person. So like if you are avoidant and it's like, well, I can't deal with conflict in the space right now. It's just communicating that. Yeah. Like, hey, I understand what you're saying and what you feel, but right now I'm not able to engage with you the way that you need me to. Like, can we come back to this later on today? Like, you have to give the anxious person like a time frame. Like, we can come back to this at 6 p.m. so that you're not anxious and you're not thinking about it. And you're able to come back into this space because I'm going to give you the closeness. Yes. So I'm helping you with needing closeness, and I'm helping you with dealing with the needing the space.
Yeah. Ooh, that was beautiful.
So it's not even like, because I know people think that like where it's like it's narcissists. It's really just people who really don't know their defense mechanisms. You don't know that you being avoidant, you're now dismissing this person, or now you're creating conflict because you're trying to avoid it, that them wanting to talk to you has you like, can you just leave me alone? Like, I'm trying to blah, blah, blah. You keep doing this. And, yada, yada. And it's like, what the fuck?
I don't feel like dealing with that.
Right. I don't know what you're going to talk about. I don't know what you're going to bring up.
I've had a bad day anyways.
Yeah.
I do not want to talk about that shit.
And it's really just people needing to communicate what they need and doing like the healing work. Like if you've like noticed any patterns in previous relationships or friendships or whatever, like notice your own patterns, how you've shown up in these moments, how you show up in conflict. Cause I had to do that.
Girl.
Like I'm anxious and I had to like, damn, how am I showing up when there is conflict? I can be pushy as fuck because I'm a solution person. I want to resolve this problem right now and I don't want it to dwell. Mm-hmm. But I get that, damn, like you may need some space to deal with this very simple thing. Mm-hmm. And I have to compromise you needing space.
I think that's
sit with it.
I think that's important, and it's not talked about as much in the aspect of when you break up with somebody, it is the best time, especially I'd say about 6 months past the breakup, is the best time for you to self-reflect because you are no longer tied so heavy to being right.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer tied to them like that. Mm-hmm. They're not holding that space for you like that. So whenever I get out of a relationship, like I will really look at like things we had constant arguments over or things that he, you know, the person told me over and over, and because I can look at it from a very subjective view. I mean, not from subjective, very objective view, because my emotions aren't in it, and be like, damn. Like I had wrote this thing, like 16 things I learned from my ex, and I wrote all these things that I'm sure in the relationship, like I was like da 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 da. But when I got to take time to reflect, it actually kind of went a little viral on Facebook. I was surprised.
Okay.
But it was like
and the good will for something good.
Yeah, for something good because I didn't realize certain things about him and men just in general. Yeah. Like the space aspect, letting them just hang out with their friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or shit, keeping yourself up. I'm being dead ass. I'm being so serious. The way you just said it. Because men are visual, and it's like they are, and you should do it for you. Like you should have your own hobbies. Because like, one thing that can
still be an individual.
Yeah, because women will be like, okay, now everything that you like to do is what I like to do.
Yeah, absolutely not. Please have your own friends, your own hobbies, your own likes, your own. Yeah, still have your own life. We're just joining. That's it. You don't just let go of yourself. Yeah. Just because people do. That's the biggest thing too. You stop going out with your friends. Now you're looking at your man like you got to be with them again. It's like I ain't tell you to let go of your friends.
You don't go out. Yeah. You just decided you didn't want to go out.
You should still go out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Now when I go out with my homies, don't tell me like, well, I didn't go out with my friends last week. Yeah, because you didn't want to. Yeah,
you wanted to sit up. You wanted to sit up under me all day.
Yeah, that's fine. I was cool with it, but now it's my turn. And
now I don't want to sit up with you all day today. I actually have shit to do.
Isn't that sad? Damn.
I got shit to do. I'm just saying. But that's really how it be though. Damn, that is so true.
Because men, you do not hear like. Yeah, there are a couple times men are gonna be like, "Hey, bro, I can't. You know, my lady, man, she tripping."
Yeah, she tried. Yeah,
but for the most part.
But that sometimes that really be them really wanting to sit in the house. They just got to put it off on their women.
Yeah.
Because men and their egos. I can't tell my homies I want to chilling and cuddle, which men should be able to. Like if you a grown ass man or a grown ass woman, not a grown adult, but like a grown ass man and a grown ass woman.
I feel like if you're
gonna be real with your shit.
They're gonna be like, "Aight, nigga, aight."
Yeah, you go ahead, chill. I'm gonna catch y'all another day.
Yeah,
that is true. Your environment says a lot about. I'm telling you that people be like, you are the close, like you are the closest.
What is it?
5 people to in your circle or something.
Yeah, are the ones that will kind of help consider your success. As far as if you can show me 5 of your friends, I can tell you how successful you can be. You see?
That shit is big.
Show me your friends, I'll show you a future.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna show you a future.
That's real though.
Yeah.
It's really real. That's why, you know, even when they be like birds of a feather flock together, or how we were talking about, we were talking about trash females earlier, but
yeah, it was.
That friendship is real because if I'm in a relationship as my friend, you better give me advice it's not gonna fuck up my relationship.
Yeah. Leave him, girl.
Don't be like,
leave him.
Girl, just fuck that other nigga. Like,
Yeah.
no, bitch.
Yeah. Encourage the best parts of me.
Yeah.
Encourage the best
Especially
parts
when
of
you
me.
know, like, I'm trying to grow. Like, I'm not even on the same type of time.
Yeah.
Like, and that is a hard pill to swallow too. When you realize your friends,
They're
like I
not
said,
elevating like you.
there's an eerie feeling when you feel like the friends around you aren't elevating, but also you just don't know at what point did y'all morally
Shift. Yeah.
because it's like that's what you
Yeah. And I'm dealing with that with like a few, because I'd be quick to cut people off if I feel like you are still engaging in things that's beneath you, where I'm like, there's no reason why you should be entertaining stuff like this when you have all of these goals and endeavors and things you want to accomplish, and you're still entertaining behavior from other people. It's like, I can't connect with you because I can't relate to what you even doing right now. I'm not even on that level. I'm not on that path right now. And then as a friend, it's like, I want to support you in your journey for where you are right now.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to hinder myself where I'm having to, every time I'm engaging with you, it's about things where I'm like, why are we still
Here.
We are grown. Why are we still?
You know, I had a conflict with going back to that Aquarius friend. She I was going through some stuff and I realized she actually apologized to me.
Okay.
Because she just kind of like, in a sense, cut me off. But I also apologized to her because I realized I was dumping.
Okay. You weren't
her.
asking if she had the space.
Yeah,
To hear you?
I was just dumping a lot of my whatever fucked up was going on.
Yeah.
And I realized at times, bro, I'm not even asking you what you got going on. I'm just kind
Just
of
like, girl, tell me why.
yeah, like you
This
just becoming an
motherf-
ear.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. You're not an ear. You're my friend. So
Yeah.
it's an equal give and take of being able to say, hey, you know, like, are you in a space for me to talk to you? Or also, I ask my friends a lot when I get on the phone, are you venting or do you want advice?
Right.
That way I'll know, like, all right.
Do I need to say something after
yeah,
you're
do
done?
we need to say something or do we need to just let this rock and you just wanted to just get it off your chest?
Yeah.
So I don't also, as a friend, get too attached. Because I would get attached to people real bad when it comes to, like, friendships and the aspect of, if you hurt my friend, I don't like your ass. Okay?
That's not
Why
I
you with
am.
that nigga? I don't like him.
Right. I'm
I
the
don't
same
like
way.
him. You so much better than that. You don't deserve this shit. Him again. Now, don't get me wrong.
Him again.
I'm not one of them people who's not going to take you back with open arms, though. I don't give a fuck. Oh,
You're
you
not taking it back open on?
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
I
Okay.
Like, I'll get tired of it, and I might tell you, look, I don't want to hear about the nigga no more. But if you come back and you be like, I'm talking to so-and-so again, I'll be like, all right, girl. Like,
Be prepared for this ride.
yeah.
Child, unless they starting to do better or something, but like, but that's my kill too. Is like, okay, you get back on that ride after all the other rides that you've ridden on. Did you do your due diligence before getting back on the ride? Because that'd be my thing. Like, did you allow space? Did you do the work? Was there something that's happening where now it's like, okay, this ride should be different?
Or why are you getting on this ride again? It's a pattern.
It's a
What's-
pattern.
what's
I'm
going on
concerned
too?
with what you want for yourself
Yeah.
at that point, and I'm annoyed. I'm so serious because I have like, it's one of someone I know in particular. I'd be like, why do you keep going back to this lame situation when it's been proven umpteen times that this is
probably
not
deeper.
excelling?
It's probably
No, it is.
deeper.
It's the attachment. It's
Oh, and that
always,
shit's
it is
hard.
always the attachment wound. Like, if you are not dealing with your attachment style, the cycle will continue. Like, if you're anxious and you don't realize you're going to continue staying in situations out of fear of rejection.
And also not just fear of rejection, but fear of not getting someone else. Not necessarily, but it's like, well, let's say there's something about you that they accepted, and you'll feel like, well, this is the only person who will accept me for that. Like, I already know them. They know me. They accepted me for whatever it is. So
Yeah.
it's just easier for me to stay with them than having to go through that. It's still the same form of rejection.
Yeah.
In a sense.
It
You know
is.
what I mean? Needing to feel like that acceptance from somewhere and not having to give yourself a try, really, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that'd be the biggest thing is people giving themselves a space to be. They're really afraid to be by themselves. Even with the flight attendant shit, the reason why I was so uncomfortable, honestly, that first year, is because you really get to know yourself. You're in a whole nother country. You gonna go outside, or you gonna let the fear of I don't know nobody?
Yeah.
You don't never
Stop
know
you
nobody
from-
where
yeah.
you're going.
That's like everybody who's been in a city for forever and like afraid to leave their city.
Or go out by themselves.
Yeah.
Like people
Yes.
are really
People like, you go
afraid.
to the movies by yourself? I'm like, I
Yes.
love being at the movies by myself.
Yes.
I enjoy myself. I be having so much fun when I go to the bar by myself.
Man,
I
I've
thoroughly
gone to the club by
enjoy
myself.
my company. I'm not doing that. But I thoroughly enjoy
you know what's crazy?
myself.
When I was single,
I'm only not doing that because I don't got time for a fight to break out and I'm dolo.
Nah, I end up finding some type of. I know it sounds crazy, but some type
You
of
connected
groove.
with something. Yeah.
Even when I was single, because I would watch these little YouTubes about relationships and shit. I remember this one lady was just like, "Do it. You'll find that most men will approach you more." Because usually they don't approach women because you're with a group of women. Like, don't
don't
want to
be
come over
embarrassed,
there.
yeah.
And now I got to deal with your crazy, stupid ass friend in the back talking about
Saying,
"Oh,
no,
you
not
getting a drink?
that nigga.
Can I get a drink?" Like,
Yeah.
no, bitch, I didn't want to give you a drink. I was trying to get one for her.
I'm trying to get one
And now
for her.
I feel like you're all of y'all gold diggers. You go out over here trying to get me to get you a drink when I really was just talking to her.
No, facts. Y'all gotta stop asking niggas for drink.
And y'all gotta stop calling them broke if they don't buy it to you.
Yeah, cause I'm not buying nobody. Like if I'm not buying you no drink, girl, you tripping? Have you lost your mind?
I don't know. If
You
I'm
or
so
your
happy
friends?
I'm a woman because
I'm not buying. I wish somebody would. You gonna buy my? No.
when I tell you,
What?
I also think that men are just like when it comes to dates. Like if
Men
I
don't
was
be
a
knowing what to
dude,
do.
I'm gonna be real. If I was a
I'm
dude,
about to
I
start
would get
doing
all
comedic
the
sketches on
I would get all the
awkward
bitches.
dates.
Because they don't think it's like you could do something so simple and really, if you wanted to get the draws off of something so simple,
Yeah, you can start
be
down.
like,
They be
hey,
overthinking everything.
Hey, baby, you know, like I want to, like I don't know, make her something cute or whatever, and be like, I'm taking you on a scavenger hunt. Get some scooters, like take her through, like I don't know, just anything, because a woman can't be like, oh, I went here, the same place everybody else goes. It's like, it's thoughtful.
No, they're gonna be like a scavenger hunt. Are we going to like Greece or something? Like, I could see that being the energy. Like, you want to take me on a scavenger hunt through Atlanta? Like, yes, I do.
You can
With your
see-
ungrateful ass sitting
you can-
online thinking you got Greece money. Who the hell you think we are?
But see, I don't think I would be picking them type of girls. I think that needs to be talked about too. It's trash women, but you're making trash pics.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going and looking for the girl. The
You
same
on
girl-
FanDuel and you trying to pick through women the same way and it's not working.
No, like
I just had to throw that in there because I be on there.
What's fan? What is
Nothing.
that? Is it poker? Is it like a
No, it's not poker. It's just basketball
sports
game. Yeah.
sports bet? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Like they be on there so much. They be trying to pick through women the same way.
I guess that's a reference to fan.
Yeah,
FanDuel.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
She's like, I'm not following
I'm trying
where
to-
that was going, but it's not tracking.
I get it.
But yeah, they do be making trash pics. And I think also because social media is like in your circle,
vice
if you're
versa.
around your homeboys and all your homies is with, I don't know,
Instagram
those types of girls, then in your mindset it's like, damn, I need a one up. Like I need to have me a Instagram shorty on my arm. And it's like, for what? There are great black women who are all types of other things great in the world.
You want to see my
They are
Instagram
chefs.
before you get my number?
They are, no, I hate that when people be like, let me get your
What's your
Instagram. For what?
Why? So you can go on there
No.
and try to figure out what type of girl I am, and
That's
be
exactly
like,
what it is.
Nah, or yeah, like
That's exactly what it is. That and Twitter. You want to see my thoughts so that when we connect, you feel like
you can.
you can gauge me a little bit better. When you really can't, because you're not really seeing too much where you could. Why are you
I
doing
go to
this?
Twitter for your mind. I go to Instagram for your image. I go to nobody's going
Social
to
media is you know what's going on Facebook, unless they're trying to see what your family
with
like.
your family, like, and now I got you as a
Stalkerish.
person in 5 seconds. Let me see. Oh,
And can't maintain it for 5 years or 5 months. Motherfuckers cannot maintain this shit for 5 months.
Listen.
That's why I hate dating.
Before this relationship, I swear to God, I was like, man,
You were done?
Shit, I get. Oh.
Why you?
And I mean, that goes on every single level, whether you're a man or a woman. It's just, it's
wretched.
bad.
It's wretched out here.
It's bad. Everybody wants something and nothing at all.
Yeah.
I want all of you, but none of you. I want to claim you, but not claim you.
Yeah.
I want to have enough to say I got you, but then enough to be like, we not together though.
Yeah.
Remember I said, we just doing
We
our
just
thing.
kicking it. This ain't Love Jones. Even though it's my favorite movie. This ain't Love Jones. We not just kicking it.
No.
We are too grown for the just kicking it.
No.
We all know what the just kicking is about to lead into. So like, what are we doing at that point? Set your intentions. Be intentional.
Niggas don't want to do that.
But they're gonna come across people who are setting that standard where it's like you can't just connect with me because you thought, oh, she's cute or she's like this online. Like you have to maintain the emotions that come with the people you want to connect with because it's not all fucking peaches and roses because that's what you're looking at online.
Yeah.
We're gonna set a standard.
There's definitely like emotional maintenance that I think people don't speak about in a relationship. Just in general, it's like your emotions are important, and I need somebody who can handle them with care. You know what I'm saying?
Handle me with care. Be gentle with me.
Understand me or try to understand me because it's difficult to connect with people because everything. I remember being on what's this shit called Bumble, and I just had to get off any of those things for the simple fact that it was just like, damn. You would be like swiping. Oh, match, swipe, match.
Oh, swipe.
Then literally it'd be like, hey, how are you? We going through the same conversation. I'm trying to figure out if I like you. And as soon as I figure out I like you, we set up a date. Then I match with somebody else. And I'm like, ooh, look at this one.
You was on Bumble just going out on dates?
Yeah, girl, I was a flight attendant. What? That shit was the holy motherfucking grail. Are you serious? Man, Bumble was the shit.
Is it still this shit now? Do I need to get on there?
Like I'm
about to go on Bumble.
I would go on Bumble before I went on anything else. But like when you go to different cities, like Chicago had the best Bumbles ever.
It's you saying it like that.
No,
had the best Bumbles ever.
They did.
Okay.
Everybody, I don't know if they was capping, but everybody was a damn lawyer, doctor.
She said, "Yeah." Oh, it was like that tier of people on it.
They were
Okay.
actual good.
They were like,
quality men on there.
okay.
They weren't just like Black Planet or something.
Damn, Black
That's a good
Planet.
day.
Wow. That was before you were born, Jay.
Damn.
Black Planet.
When you was born. Oh, you barely made it.
Black Planet.
Yo, my child was born in 2006.
Oh my God. I keep forgetting you have a whole child.
Yeah, my child was born in 2006. That's when I'm like,
Oh, he's so cute.
2000. I mean, not 2000, 1999.
I can't believe you said Black Planet though.
Yeah, 2000s, baby.
My username on Black Planet, I think was
You
like,
had one?
yes. I think it was like, or maybe that was MySpace. I can't remember if it was Black Planet or MySpace. It was like sexy mom _07. I've been trying to get into both of those accounts for years.
Just to see.
I just want to see like if
the
my
old
stuff is
email
on there.
either.
I don't have none of that. I don't remember what the damn email was. I'm trying to think of what email I would have had in like high school or middle school.
My Yahoo email.
Oh God, what was it?
My goodies _07, but it was MI, and then goodies was GOODIEZ.
Girl, goodbye. My goodies. And my goodies what? 07?
07 _07.
It was everybody having like some year in they damn thing.
Yeah.
It said being my goodies though.
But because it was last year, my goodies.
I caught the reference.
Okay.
Oh my God. I
like,
definitely
shit,
caught the Sierra reference. Okay, I'm not.
Just say it. Just say it.
I caught the reference. Damn, that is funny. I really need to get into my thing now. We were coders. We were so smart. We're still smart, but like we were like really beyond our time coding.
Y'all have no
on
idea.
MySpace.
Like you wanted to get the glitter font, you wanted to get this or you get that.
With the stuff like falling down from the screen.
all of
Remember that?
Yes, because you had to go on the back end. You had to go find the website.
Yes.
With the thing. You had to take a code. You didn't even know.
And
you
put
was
the
coding.
code in somewhere on
Yeah, you
that
just
is
copy
crazy.
paste. Look to see where it said to put it in. You put it in there. Then refresh and be like, it works. Or
But think about us doing that then and what coding looks like now.
And it is
Like,
coding.
that is crazy, though, that we were doing that. And at the time, I don't think that we knew at the time that what it would evolve into. Where it's like now you're in a space where I have no idea how to code. Like, if somebody, I wouldn't be able to do
what we did on MySpace, we couldn't do now.
I would not be able to do that now.
I don't know
and I feel like we
why.
kind of like let go of it once the website went away.
Yeah.
Because then the website went away. Then you got Facebook, and then everyone had like iPhones at the time. Like oh my gosh, like the first
back when it first
the first iPhones. So it's like now we're getting hip to. Damn, that's crazy. I feel old as shit saying this.
But we are. No, we're not.
Who
I'm
was
not
old as
claiming
shit?
that. No.
Wait, what? Which part?
I'm not claiming that shit.
What's the we are part?
So I mean, we're getting we're to
We are not old as shit.
We
just feel it just felt old as shit saying that.
It felt old as shit saying that, but
because we are young.
Yeah, but you know when you young, you think people our age is. Hold on, how old are you?
33.
Okay, same. So people think we old to them because
which would be funny.
When you 18,
I do be saying some old ass shit though sometimes.
Because you think to yourself, man, 30, that's old. Yeah, because you're fucking 18.
Yeah.
And you get 30,
little young ass.
like, I'm not old.
Yeah, I'm young as hell.
Why not?
I am. This is 30s is your 20s.
They really are. And
Like I got to do
bullshit.
stupid shit in my 20s, and now I get to like evolve from the stupid shit, and I feel so much better because I'm in a space now where I've learned from those things, and now I can live. I just live differently because of that.
I think the thing I like about the 30s is okay. So I feel like up to your 30, you're doing crawling. You're doing crawling.
I like that. Yeah.
Your 30s, you're walking, and you're more confident. And I do believe in your 40s, you start sprint. You start to run. That's at least that's what my aunt told me because she was like, in your 30s, you finally do not give a fuck about other people at all. You're very secure. If you don't want to do something, you be like, nah, I ain't doing it. And I don't have to have no explanation for why I'm not going to do it, except I don't want to do it. That's the explanation.
Yeah.
I don't care. Well, you don't have anything to do that. Yeah, but I don't want to
I don't want to do that. Yeah. I don't want to do anything. I'm going to relax.
I'm going to relax.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with you want to go out. That's cool. You go do that. I'm going to sleep.
I really love that though. I honestly love being in my 30s.
I do too.
Like I feel really good being in my life feels surreal being in my 30s.
Because you also realize how you can manifest something.
Yeah.
You've seen enough time go by to understand time doesn't really exist. Because swear to God, it'd be like every time I look around, it's June.
No, the months just be flying. Something's going on with the planets or something. Because why is everything happening? So why is life coming so fast?
Well, I know they say like because you're.
It's the aliens that's coming into the.
Yo, did you see that?
I did, and I wholeheartedly. I don't care what anyone says. Watching this, but
it's real.
We are in one galaxy. This is so random. People could be like, "What the fuck?" But we are in one galaxy, and that galaxy has multiple planets outside of the ones you learn in school.
Yes.
And then that galaxy is inside. Well, it's like the Milky Way, and then it's inside the galaxy, and then that galaxy is inside of like. And then there's other galaxies, which means that there's other planets and shit in those other galaxies.
That's just
which
what we
is
can
in the
see.
multiverse, because then you have this huge just universe that's expansive, like it's
different.
It's never ending.
Black hole.
So it's like to think that I feel like it's just selfish as humans in general, because it's really just a human thing to believe that you are the only one,
right?
Like that you can be the only one to do this, or you're the only one alive that's doing this, or like. It's just you. I feel like it's human nature to believe like there's no other life
because we're
on
self-centered
other.
by nature.
So self-centered
because it's based off of self to survive before it can even be the collective. So
and that's what I hate though about people's minds when you do mention things like aliens and random shit like that. But they're like they look at everyone else like you're fucking wild, and it's like no, you're tripping to think that it's just you. That it's just us existing on this planet. That's it.
That's how I feel about astrology. Because when people be like, why do you always believe that? Why do you ask people that shit? Da, 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 da. I'm like,
I just be curious.
So let me get this straight, right? There's gravitational pull, which we know has to do with planets and different things of that nature. The moon we know affects our water, and you think
the sun.
These planets do not affect people as a collective? Not only that, you don't think that, you know how they talk about when you turn 30, everybody talks about, oh, when you turn 30, this is happening. Do you know where that comes from?
Where?
Saturn's return. It takes Saturn 29 and a half years to make one circle. So like when people are looking at the birth chart, the way that it's been described to me and that I describe it to people is it's like it's a picture of the sky right when you came into the world, right? And so you have your sun sign, moon, all these different Venus, where like
Mercury, Pluto.
Where are those planets in position when you
were born?
entered the Earth? So if you got people all born within this time, right? That their mothers are going through the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't think that as a collective there are attributes to those people because the planets were affecting them at the same time, the same way? Or, Saturn has to do with like destruction and different things of that nature. So that's why it's a very transformation. So when you become that age, it's a very transformative age. Everybody talks about 30. But I think that has a lot to do with that planet, that planet coming around and making a full circle moment for you.
That makes so much sense. You just explained it like that.
Yeah, because you're like, 30 is just a weird, why 30?
Yeah, why 30? Because it really is a pivotal moment that people really talk about a lot.
And you will really feel that pressure of like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, okay, I ain't never felt as much pressure as I do right now to get my shit together.
Yeah, it's totally different.
It's time to get your shit together.
No, it really be like, I don't have time for y'all shit.
Nope.
I'm not playing no games.
All of a sudden,
we're not doing situationships. What are we doing? What's happening? I don't have time for the shit.
And I don't have any problem saying it either. Like, what's up?
That's the big thing. I have no problem saying it now. Where before it was like,
I don't want him to
I'm still in my 20s,
thirsty.
right? I don't want nobody to get the wrong impression. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
What's up?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Because my goal is to really be intentional with shit. What am I doing?
Why do niggas hate that question so much?
I don't know.
It's like it immediately makes them itch. Like,
it's like, what do you mean?
God,
What are
she
we?
gotta ask me.
What you mean? What are we doing? You said. What?
I mean, we chilling. We chilling. Like we
kicking it.
We having fun.
We kicking it. It's people's fear of commitment.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And commitment is the most beautiful thing. I feel like but it's also people not seeing what commitment looks like. If you didn't grow up experiencing healthy commitment, healthy communication, nurturing, compassion in your household, those are things you'll probably stray away from. You want it, like you need it, you need it and want it, but you're going to stray away from it out of fear. Because you don't know, you probably didn't think that you could ever experience it, and now you're experiencing it. You're probably going to sabotage it out of fear.
I'm
telling you, fear is fear.
That's a big one because also, how you were talking about different styles of attachment and things like that. That was another thing I remember her saying that you should take huge inventory with when you're getting to know somebody or looking at them as a mate for life, especially, is like their background. Yeah. Because my parents have been married my entire life. Like, wow. I think they've been married, if I'm 33, 40. Wow. 42. I think 42 years.
And they're still married.
Yeah. Wow. I don't.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's very.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to mom and daddy. So I haven't really seen anything outside, and I noticed that when I would get into relationships with someone who didn't have that, there were certain aspects, like if they were raised, completely by a single mother, it was like they'd want me to do certain things that in my household, I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. Yeah. Like, my dad does that. I'm not supposed to do those things. Yeah. Like, you're here. You're supposed to do those things. But you saw your mama do it, so and then it goes into, well, my mama could do it, you could do it. No, that's because your mama had to do it. If your mama had a man, she wouldn't have had to do that.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But it would be certain little things I'd noticed that, even when it came to talking about marriage or things like that, they had a skewed view because they didn't have any good examples. Right. So me trying to explain my point, they like.
It's not resonating to them because of their own experience.
Or some of them would say, there's nobody around me that's actually married. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Because I've met a lot of people who've never experienced people being married, and I'm like, wow. Or they just don't have like a big family or a big, there's so many things that come into play with people in there. Or those married couples like distance themselves from the rest of the family and have
or
their own life.
They're married, but they can't stand each other.
Yeah, that, and you just probably don't know that.
Yeah.
But that's really true. Like seeing those examples, because I'm definitely that woman who's like, oh, I could do it. Not even out of survival. I'm just used to always having to do shit for myself. But I've also had to learn to open up space and allow other people who offer to help me. Like if you're offering, like, oh, I can take this or do this for you, and I've had to be like, okay, go ahead, without thinking about what that will look like if I allow them. So that I'm not thinking like, oh, they're gonna come back and be like, well, I was helping you do this, because then my first thing is gonna be like, well, I didn't need you to do that because I've been doing it by myself for so long. So I've had to like get out of that mindset of thinking about like what their comeback would be, and just be like, just allow people to help you because they're offering to help you.
You said you had to think about it because you didn't know what their comeback would be. So you're kind of like, in a sense, used to people helping because they want something.
Always something, because people always want something from you. So then I'd be like, no, I got it. I can do it myself. I don't need no help. I'm gonna carry all these bags one trip.
So do you feel like you've missed out on opportunities where people really were genuinely willing or wanting to help you because you were afraid that they would throw it in your face, so you would not oblige to the help because you didn't want that to happen? Or
I'm sure I have. I'm so sure I have. Because I'd be quick to be like, never mind, it's okay. But then I really just try to gauge people, like when I interact with them the first time, especially being out here, because I've met people out here where I'm like, I'm focused on business stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to network, I'm trying to, you know, I got shit I'm working on. I don't got time for nobody's bullshit. And then wanting to connect mostly with guys, because we talked about this when we met, and I was saying how it's either not a lot of women doing certain things within the field that I'm trying to get into, so it's hard to like find them to connect with them, or it's just always something with trying to get women onto, like on the podcast. Like I'm sure people are going to be like, there's all these guys and blah blah blah. It was just always easier getting the guys on there because they were more flexible with their schedule and just being on this platform. Whereas women is always been like, oh, well, I got to do this and I got to check this. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why y'all being so difficult? So now when I meet people, I kind of just like, I'll like meet up with them somewhere like relaxed and social where we can just kind of gauge each other in a certain space. But once I notice somebody is flirting with me or something, I'm like, oh my God, okay. So how is this about to look with me wanting to connect with you? Because I'm really focusing on really something and they're really trying to flirt and I don't like it.
Yeah, because that, especially as a photographer, God.
I know that's big for y'all.
I love it when, like, for example, I went to a sporting event and I was one of the photographers, and like, there were no women.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely none. It was like a YEB, whatever that league is, thing. And I remember like being dismissed a lot. Like they were like, oh, who you here for?
Like the fuck?
Did you ask this nigga right here that?
Yeah.
You know, we got on the same credentials.
Yeah.
What you asking me why I'm here? Or like I will dress like for example, I remember I went to like a revolt event and I was shooting, and I dressed up like I was going to the thing. I'm not finna wear a black t-shirt.
Come on, revolt event shooting.
Like, I'm not.
Don't say that all low like that. You was at a revolt event.
I was at a revolt event. And
period.
I was shooting and they just kind of, I guess because I was dressed and I wasn't. I feel like there are sectors of female photographers. It's gonna be real. I'm not offending anybody in any community, but like either there's like the kind of like studsy photographer girl that's like kind of
studsy.
No, I'm being for real. Studsy. I'm being for real. I'm being so for
so
real.
You saying studsy?
That or like the bigger photographer girl, or like I've seen different ones, but it's, I don't want to say seldom because there are a lot of dope female photographers, but like dudes will not be professional. You'll be really like, yo, I'm really trying to work, and they'll be like, yeah, all right, but then they want to hit you up on some sexual shit, or they don't trust your work. Yeah, and then that'd be the most irritating thing for me. Like,
they don't trust the work.
They don't trust the work, and you just be like, okay, So you're underestimating me and you don't even know me. Like I shot this one event and swear to God, I love shooting in black and white. That's like my fucking thing.
So that's my guy Visionary. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I like shooting in it, especially parties, because I love the way it looks. It just looks timeless. It makes you look like you had a timeless party. And I'm shooting, and I'm the type of person, if I'm at a party, I'm shooting from lots of different angles because I want it to look, and I don't want anybody to fucking pose. Please don't pose. I'm really just catching the vibe from my eye. I don't want you to pose. I hate posy party pictures because then you wasn't having fun to me at the party.
Right.
You was just, I don't want that. I want to see you with your tongue out just like vibing and so people could be like, damn, that
they was having
lit.
fun. Yeah.
And I'm shooting, and this guy, bro, he fucking copied me. That shit made me so mad.
Like your work or what you were shooting?
I'm shooting, and I saw him stop, and I put my camera down and look at the image, and he had looked and was like,
and started shooting the same shit. And that's only trash because what if at the end of the event they're like, no, we don't want her work. We trust his work better.
Nah,
than
his
her
shit
work.
didn't look as good as mine.
Period.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I was
Period.
like, even if you do it in black and white, it's not gonna look like how I did it. So, but I mean, that was cute, bro. You tried to make it seem like my shit was
cute.
But you totally switched your shit.
I love this.
But all right.
I feel like we're gonna do a part 2 of this episode. Oh,
Right?
we're gonna do a part 2.
Watching TV, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really was.
I really was looking at you like dang, he really like watched it, but it probably looked different
You probably do.
than listening, watching it.
But we are definitely doing a part 2 because this conversation needs to continue. But for now, everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Store Run podcast
Boop, boop.
with
NAZ.
Make sure y'all follow her. Make sure y'all support
Nas
her
the
food.
shooter.
It's gonna be under your. It's gonna be on the thing.
My bad.